Hello Nigeria, I am Becky Madujamu. Welcome to Newsline. Happy Valentine's Day. Just to let you know that you have a vow in me. Yes, these lovely roses are for you. They're not plastic and they smell really good. Did you say thanks? Don't mention. I've got you. I love you for always watching this program. Hugs, hugs, hugs. The tone of this edition will reflect the significance of this day and what it means to the average Nigerian. You're gonna love it. There are other beautiful features suitable for the mood. Inmates of a correctional facility recently graduated, while a 50-year-old woman found her way back to secondary schools. I will deliberately save the tales of horror until they come along, just because it's Valentine's Day, okay? Let's quickly join Elizabeth Omoriyo in Abuja for the news. Hello, Lizzie. Hope you brought chocolates for our darling viewers.
So much, Beck. It's nice to see you again. Actually, I got lots of chocolates. Thanks for joining us on the news segment of the program. Vice President Yemi Osinbajo has expressed deep sadness over the mayhem and tragic loss of lives that occurred at Shasha Market in Ibadan, calling on the people and their leadership to cooperate with government and security agencies towards ensuring the return of peace, which has since been existing among the communities for several decades. The Vice President stated this shortly after a condolence visit to the family of late Lateef Kayode Jakonde in Lagos. Jide Onifade reports.
Reiterating that violence and chaos know no tribe or religion and put everyone at risk, Vice President Yemi Osinbajo says government, as a duty, will continue to work with the security agencies for effective strategies that will end the security challenges in the country, and that community leaders' efforts must be geared towards peaceful coexistence among all.
And there are so many different initiatives, as you know, going on now. That's the role of government. That's the duty of government. And we must do it. We mustn't fail in that duty. But the citizen must support government and must never allow a situation where we take the law into our own hands.
The Vice President, accompanied by his wife, Oludolapo, was received by the widow of late Lateef Kayode Jakonde, a one-time governor of Lagos State and Minister of Works and Housing under the Abacha regime. And this is what the Vice President says about the renowned journalist and politician commonly referred to as Baba Kekere.
That he remains a beacon to those who believe that public service can be done honestly, can be done diligently, with the welfare of the people being the primary purpose. I mean, we all know that Jakonde came from the stock of Papa Obafemi Awolowo and what today is referred to as progressive politics.
Similarly, Speaker Femi Gbajabiamila and former President Olusegun Obasanjo visited the Jakondes at their Ilupeju residence to console the family over the loss.
But very rarely do you find people who live both quantitatively and qualitatively, and he was such a person.
He was a man who came to this world, and what he found, he made it better than he found it, and that is what life is all about.
And quoting the Vice President, every day is a new page. What we write on it is what matters. In Lagos, Jide Onifade, NTA News.
To interventions, Secretary to the Government of the Federation, Boss Mustafa, says no part of the country will suffer intervention neglect because of its geological location or political inclination. Boss Mustafa stated this at the inauguration and handing over of road and storm water drainage at the Federal College of Education, Yola, sponsored by the Ecological Fund Office. Yusuf Jika reports.
The construction of the road and storm water drainage provides permanent solution to erosion and persistent flooding experienced over the years in the institution. Secretary to the Government of the Federation, Boss Mustafa said, the completion of the project underscores government's concerted efforts and sincerity of purpose in tackling ecological problems and making life more meaningful to the people.
There is no doubt that the project will provide a window of opportunities for economic growth of the institution.
Permanent Secretary, Ecological Fund Office Habib Lawan revealed that the project followed a request by the Provost Federal College of Education Yola to arrest the continuous erosion, flood and other ecological threats in the institution. Similarly, the SGF inaugurated erosion control 18.8-kilometer double-trace surface drain route, 27 culverts Hongarha Road in Adamawa State, carried out by the Ecological Fund Office. The project is one of the 18 ecological interventions approved for the first quarter of 2018 and is expected to address the devastating effects of erosion and flood menace in the benefiting communities. In Yola, Yusuf Jika, NTA News.
And thousands of rural and vulnerable women across Nigeria are to benefit from a federal government special grant of 20,000 naira each to boost their businesses. Olabode Arawas reports on the symbolic presentation of cash to beneficiaries in some states.
The federal government's special grant for mostly indigent women is to enable them access financial capital required for the economic activities they embark on. The Ministry of Humanitarian Affairs, Disaster Management and Social Development is spearheading the distribution. In Ilorin, Raliat Ibrahim reports that the Minister, Sadia Umar Farouk, presented the money to some of the 2,560 women beneficiaries, with optimism about the grant's multiplier effects on the economy.
I have personally witnessed the life-changing experiences of people below the poverty line and those that are vulnerable to shocks that have now made a positive turnaround after benefiting from these programs.
In Mina, Niger State, Fatima Usman reports that the beneficiaries are appreciative of government's gesture.
This 20,000 will take me a long way because I'm running restaurants.
Very, very expect such today. I'm very happy.
With this now, I'll be able to go a long way in the production of liquid soap and local production of pomade.
We appreciate the federal government for deeming it fit to carry women with disability along.
The grant is part of the social investment program of the federal government designed to lift millions of Nigerians out of poverty. Olabode Arawa, NTA News.
Tibetan security, combined security personnel are still mounting surveillance at the Lekki toll gates to forestall any breach of law and order by anyone under the guise of the NSAS protest. Adiola Kwani Akere was at the plaza for an update.
Vehicular movement at the Lekki Toll Plaza is going smoothly, no hindrances whatsoever, and no protester is on site. I have spoken with the DPO of Maroko Police Division. Although he declined a camera interview, he said everywhere has been peaceful all morning, and they are going to be here until the CP of Lagos State, Hakeem Odumosu, says otherwise. Meanwhile, it is expected that Nigerian youth will be law-abiding and allow peace to reign, as government is still trying to build back public infrastructure that was destroyed as a result of the peaceful NSAS protest that was hijacked by hoodlums. In Lagos, Adeola Komiakiri, NTA News.
Still talking security, the renewed offensive of troops of Operation Tura to Cape Bango continues to inflict casualty on Boko Haram terrorists and the Islamic State of West Africa province criminals. A statement by the Director Army Public Relations, Brigadier General Mohammed Irima, says among the latest exploits is the ambush by troops on terrorists along Polka Access, Borno State, killing 2 of the most wanted terrorist commanders and several arms recovered. Meanwhile, the Chief of Army Staff has commended the efforts of the troops. The Benue State Command of the National Drug Law Enforcement Agency has confiscated close to 2 tons of a substance suspected to be cannabis sativa, weighing over 1,000 kilograms within the month of February. Deputy State Commander Operations and Investigation, who disclosed this to newsmen, says 3 suspects were also arrested in connection with illicit drug trafficking. Godwin Inalegu reports.
The State Deputy Commander of NDLEA, Femi Agbualu, says that from the beginning of February 2021, the command's motorized patrol team intercepted an empty Mercedes truck from Oka in Anambra State to Lafia at Taraku along Otupo-Makudi Road without passengers. He said the NDLEA officials in the area, after curious suspicion, checked the truck and discovered a compartment loaded with a substance suspected to be cannabis sativa, also known as marijuana.
Close examination on opening the first compartment, 600 bags or 600 compressed blocks of cannabis sativa were neatly concealed inside the compartment.
Mr. Agbualu explained that one suspect was arrested and taken to the command's facility and that a case has been filed for his prosecution. Similarly, on the 5th of February 2021, the commander said the state team went to Adu in Gumaloko government area of the state on intelligence and uncovered a warehouse loaded with 56 jumbo sacks of cannabis sativa. The commander said a mother and her son, who are the farmers of the cannabis sativa, were apprehended and taken to the command's facility, awaiting prosecution. He warned that the command will not rest until the last drug dealer is arrested and brought to book. In Makudi, Godwin Inalegu, NTA News.
The Nigerian Air Force says troops of the 271 Nigerian Air Force Detachment on 13th of February 2021 foiled an ambush set up by a group of more than 100 armed bandits near Birnin Grewa in Kaduna State. In a statement issued by the NAF Directorate of Public Relations and Information, the gallant troops were able to fight their way through the ambush, killing dozens of bandits in the process. Unfortunately, some NAF personnel paid the supreme price during the operation, while a few others sustained varying degrees of injuries. The injured personnel are currently receiving treatment at the NAF Hospital in Kaduna. The Chief of the Air Staff, Air Vice Marshal Oladayo Amao, on behalf of personnel of NAF, commiserates with the families of the fallen heroes. Bukuyum Emirate in Zamfara State over the weekend was agog with a historic gathering of National Assembly members, traditional rulers, prominent politicians, and people from all walks of life to witness the conferment of the traditional title on the majority leader of the House of Representatives, Alhassan Ado Doguwa. Sadia Abubakar Tano reports that the appointee was to band at a colorful celebration held at the Emir's Palace.
It was indeed a joyous moment for the majority leader of the Federal House of Representatives, Alhassan Ado Doguwa, as colleagues, friends, relatives and well-wishers converged on the Emir of Bukuyum's palace in Zamfara State to witness the turbaning ceremony of the lawmaker at the Damburam Bukuyum. With this development, Ado Doguwa, who represents Tudunwada Doguwa Federal Constituency of Kano State, is now a council member of the Bukuyum Emirate in Zamfara State. The Emir of Bukuyum, Alhaji Muhammad Usman, says the honor is in appreciation of the lawmaker's positive contribution towards the development of the emirate over the years, describing him as an age-long friend.
He was my colleague at the Federal House of Representatives in 1992. Since then, he has been my close friend, and my relationship with him has continued to wax stronger. He has been carefully chosen for this exalted traditional title to further cement the existing cordial relationship between him and the people of Bukuyum Emirate.
Some of the dignitaries who graced the event extolled the virtues of the appointee, saying the honor is well-deserved.
This honor is a clear manifestation of Honorable Ado Doguwa's good personality, popularity and acceptance, not only by people of Tudunwada Doguwa Federal Constituency, but all people of Kano State and beyond.
The newly turbaned Dambaram Bukuyum says he could not thank the Emirate Council enough for the honor which he described as moral booster.
Life is always about relationship. I can now see the result of good relationship. I am given this honor, I'm given this privilege because of the good relationship we have established with the Emir of Bukuyum and his people, and we will continue to build on that relationship.
He used the forum to reiterate the commitment of the National Assembly to provide a constitutional role for traditional rulers in the country. This is the first time in the history of Bukuyum Emirate that a prestigious title of Nambura is given to a personality from outside the domain. In Gusau, Sadia Abubakar Tuno, NTA News.
Into other matters, as the APC membership registration and revalidation exercise continues nationwide, members have expressed willingness to stand with the party and President Muhammad Buhari-led administration. Ekiti Ayodeji Ogunshakin reports that the state governor, Dr. Kayode Fayemi, promised that the ruling All Progressives Congress APC would always work towards the success of all policies and programs of the federal government. The governor gave the indication while revalidating his party's membership at his hometown, Isho Ekiti.
The process has been seamless.
In Lagos, the Minister of Works and Housing, Babatunde Raji Fashola, says the APC revalidation exercise provides an opportunity to build an enduring database of membership and create a platform for prospective members to benefit from the party. Musa Tolia reports that the minister revalidated his membership at Surulere local government area in Lagos.
It just brings an opportunity also for people who have been looking for an opportunity to taste political experience to register now as members of our own party and begin to integrate from the primary level, which is the unit level.
Similarly, the former governor of Lagos State, Akinwumi Ambode, also validated his APC membership at his local government in Ekpe. The former governor, who completed the registration exercise with his wife alongside other APC members, commended APC leadership for repositioning the party for future elections. He urged Nigerians to join the winning train, which guarantees dividends of democracy.
With this exercise, APC is going to get stronger in a new and modified progress that we're looking for in APC.
Still on APC revalidation exercise, the Minister of Defense, retired Major General Bashir Salihi Magashi, has described the ongoing APC registration as another milestone in the political development of the country. He spoke to NTA News at his word.
What we want is popular support from all cadre of people in this country, so that in the next general election we will show our force and be able to succeed in all its ramifications.
In the same vein, Chika Okorie in Abakaliki reports that the people of Ebonyi State came out en masse to align with the mandate of the party, and the Deputy Governor of the state, Dr. Kelechi Igwe, was among stakeholders who applauded the exercise.
Nobody in Ebonyi State today that will indict this administration or the governor for non-performance. That shows that having come to the mainstream of politics in Nigeria and partisanship, that Ebonyi people will benefit more.
And the political class has again been reminded of the need for them to close ranks towards the attainment of a more united Nigeria. This is the position of the Nigeria Youth Democratic Party and the presidential candidate of the All Progressives Grand Alliance in the 2019 general election. General John Bo Timothy Yusuf reports.
Banditry, kidnapping, arbitrary perpetration of violence and general insecurity in some parts of the country have become common news headlines. Leadership of the Nigeria Youth Democratic Party believes that making Nigeria greater than Nigerians is a possible way out of these challenges.
If you have love for your country, you will not involve in banditry or the issue of Boko Haramism and whatsoever.
A 16-man board of trustees chaired by Archbishop Sam Zuga was also unveiled in an effort towards active participation in the 2023 general elections.
Insincerity should be abolished. We should be sincere to ourselves.
before we can be sincere to our country.
In a similar initiative towards building a better country, the Patriotic Action Nigeria, chaired by the presidential candidate of the All Progressives Grand Alliance, ABGA, in the 2019 general election, General John Bo, is of the view that no one can come from the outside to fix Nigeria, but Nigerians themselves, especially the political elites.
The unity of Nigeria is the key to youth development, hunger eradication, and women empowerment. All these are possible only when Nigeria becomes united.
I want Nigeria to remain a united nation, a united country.
He also identified the traditional leaders as important stakeholders of the Nigerian project. In Abuja, Timothy Yusuf, NTA News.
Next, some sporting stories.
Syria